Before we talk about colors or directions, I want to pause and set the context because this topic is very often misunderstood. Most people encounter directions and colors through either interior design or through very ritualistic Vastu advice. Now, what's missing in both is why and how the body responds to them. Your body is not neutral to the space. It never has been. For thousands of years, human survival depended on reading environments correctly. Where is the light coming from? Where is the shelter? Where is the heat? Where is the openness? And where is the protectiveness where I feel safe and sound? Now, these instincts are not philosophical, they have been wired into our nervous system. So, when we talk about directions today, we are not talking about a belief system or a faith system, but we are talking more about the orientation biology. And when we talk about colors, we are not really talking here about a taste or preference or aesthetics. We are talking about the load that is created on our sensory mechanisms. Now, longevity does not fail because people lack discipline. It fails because the nervous system never exits a low-grade alertness. Direction and colors are the background inputs. They are working silently behind us, constantly and cumulatively. And that is why they matter. Let me say this clearly. This is not about finding the best direction or the luckiest color for you based on your numbers and charts. It's about a matching activity, direction, and the nervous system state. Because when these are mismatched, the body tries to compensate. And how? By using and costing us energy. And that is how, in the process, we lose longevity. Here's something that often surprises people. What looks calm on Instagram is often overstimulating in real life. Visual novelty excites the brain, but repair requires familiarity, predictability. And that is why predictability heals more than aesthetics. Now coming to elements. Elements also work in a very similar fashion. For example, water calms us down until there is too much emotion in the system. Fire energizes until there is inflammation that is building up. Earth grounds us until there is too much stagnation and lethargy. Air moves until there is anxiety and nervousness. Space opens us up until there is almost dissociation. So you cannot just amplify the elements. It is about keeping them in a dialogue and in a balance. For example, if your home constantly stimulates your eyes or confuses your orientation or changes function every few months, your nervous system is not going to settle down. And a nervous system that does not settle, of course, ages faster. Let me walk you through how I personally look at directions, not as lucky or unlucky, but more like signals that different parts of the nervous system respond to. Think of direction as states, not as rules. For example, the East is about awakening. It supports alertness, learning, and starting of the new day. And this is why meditation, study, morning routes feel more natural here. But if the East is overstimulated late in the evening, people often report anxiety or difficulty in switching off their minds. Similarly, the Southeast, it carries the fire energy. This is transformation, digestion, metabolism, hormonal activity. And the kitchens, they are the best suited here because fire needs containment. When your fire is scattered, people experience bloating, inflammation, acidity, hormonal volatility, so on and so forth, even despite having the good food. Talking about South. South is grounding. It supports stability and rest. This direction works very well for recovery, for slowing down, and for sleep. But when the South is made too cluttered, people can feel very sluggish or emotionally weighed down. The Southwest is again safety and containment. And this is where the body wants permanence. So heavy furniture, bedroom, storage feels more supportive and grounded here. When the zone is very light, you feel disturbed, your nervous system stays alert, and deep rest is a challenge. The West, This supports processing and reflection. It works well for dining area, winding down at the end of the day, but when overstimulated, it can create mental restlessness. Northwest is all about movement, circulation, transitions, people coming in and going. So it's excellent for guest room or a light activity. But when you start using it for sleep, what is going to happen? It's going to create restlessness and interrupted rest. The North. North supports thinking and mental activity. It's very good for work, for planning, for analysis, for new opportunities. And when you use it for rest, it is going to keep the mind active. Even if the body wants to slow down, the mind is going to be active. The direction of Northeast, Ishan Kone. This represents clarity and openness. This is where the house breathes and gets prana. It supports reflection, prayer, lightness. When you have a very cluttered Northeast, it weighs down people. It creates confusion, mental fog, or lack of direction. Now, notice something. None of these directions are actually good or bad. They just support different states. Now, longevity problems begin when the body is forced to perform the wrong activity in the wrong state, day after day after day. You may not notice it over a week or a month, but over a period of time, you will see the clashes happening. And once you understand the directions in this fashion, the colors and elements stop being just decorative, but they start becoming more of a nervous system architecture in the house. Let's talk about colors as a sensory load. Colors don't influence us emotionally first, they influence us through sensory intensity. For example, high contrast, glossy, sharp colors, they always keep the nervous system alert. On the other hand, muted, earthy tones allow the body to soften and relax. And this is why the same color can feel energizing in one room and exhausting in another. For example, the color red, it can support appetite, but it can also raise cortisol if it is used in the bedroom. White can feel clean, but also it can make you restless if it is overused. Dark tones can ground you, but they can also depress you when they are very, very dominant in the wrong direction. Longevity design isn't about avoiding any specific color or choosing any specific color, but it is about the right dosage and the placement in the direction. If this video reframed how you think about directions or colors, let it sit with you. Because longevity isn't built through dramatic changes, it's built by removing the chronic overstimulation from our system. And this is the approach that I use at Divine Halo, where space, biology, and energy are all treated as one system. If this perspective resonates with you, do subscribe to the channel. And if you're following this as part of the course, I'll see you in the next module, where we will connect space with daily rhythm and energy management.